Okay, it should be recording. You guys have your notes out? Are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so first things first, this style of animation we're going to be doing is straight ahead animation and not pose to pose. We're going to start off in the layers panel right over here. There's a button at the bottom called layers. It looks like a square with a plus button. You want to click on that 10 times. So you want 10 layers total. I'm going to go to the bottom, and that's where we do our first drawing. So for this assignment, you're going to draw a skull, just like in the example video. Over here is the toolbar. I'm going to click on the paintbrush icon. If you don't see it, you can right-click and see if there's any more options. I would choose the brush tool. You can change your brush sizes up here. You can change the brush type and brush sizes, okay? One last thing is if you want to change the color, you go over here. I'm going to use blue. I'm going to use a blue color. Your icon might look a little different than mine. That's fine. So when you draw, you should be able to see something. Command Z to undo, or you can go over here. There's an erase button. There's an erase button. Okay, so I'm going to start drawing. I'm going to draw my skull. I'm going to do a simple kind of cute shape, cute skull. Give him teeth, eyebrows. And then I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to turn the opacity down so I can just see it a little bit easier. So layer 1, I turned down the opacity. So when I clicked on layer 2, I can see it a bit better. Or just redraw him. I have his eyes right here. I go back to the layer 1, change the opacity back, turn it off. Layer 2, I'm going to turn the opacity down so I can draw on layer 3. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to have mine look to the left. Move the nostrils. I'm going to move to the left. Not the best circle or oval. Let me try again. Whoops. And you just want to repeat this process until you're done with all 10. Let's say I finished with all 10. I want to go down here to the timeline. If you don't have it, you want to go up here to Window and click on Timeline. Now here's the next important thing. Make sure it says Create Frame Animation. If you say Video Timeline, that will give you something else. I want you to do Create Frame Animation. We'll use the other one later. So create frame.
Press what?
Create frame animation. Create frame animation. And then you want to go to this little sandwich button on the right side. So here's my timeline all the way down. Sandwich button. Make frames from layers. You want to make frames from layers. So it's going to take all my 10 layers and automatically make them frames. So just like in Maya, we have those red tick marks to show what we did. This is kind of like those red tick marks. So it has your layers and your frames. So we have a little animation. See my little guy is turning his head. If I finished it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would be there all drawn. But yeah, so that is how you do the animation portion. To save this file, I'd go to File, Save As. Make sure that it's your name. Just like in my Maya files, I want to save it on the desktop. Make sure the format is Photoshop. Photoshop. You're going to click on Save. Okay. The second thing I want you to do is export it as a GIF. So File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. Save for Web Legacy. You want to make sure that instead of being a PNG up here, that it is a GIF file. GIF file. And then you want to save that. Same thing here. You have your name, save it on the desktop. The correct naming convention should already be within it, but if you don't have it, it is L1A1 underscore your name. Save. So now when you go to the desktop, you should have your little animation. And it should be complete. Mine, for example purposes, I did not complete 5 of the frames or 6 of the frames. You should have a 10 frame animation. Any questions, y'all? Great. I'll share this video.